Studio Ghibli. Okay, so you mentioned obviously like the big movies, like when it comes to their best, like Spirited Away. But there's this one movie that I hadn't heard people really talk about very much. And when I saw it, oh my God, I don't even know how to talk about this movie. It affected me in such a deep it affected me in such a deep and profound way that I felt like I didn't for a sec I didn't know how to human.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Just a Joke podcast. I'm your host, Jordan, this time around. And with me today is Abdiel and Steven. Woo!
Hello.
Hi.
So it's just going to be the three of us this time around. It's going to be lots of fun. How have you guys been, by the way? I should probably ask now.
I've been sick and sad.
All right, you have COVID, don't you?
No, it's not COVID. I took COVID tests and they came negative, but I just have been overall not good in health. I got like fever and my throat hurt. Some days my head hurt, and it was so stupid because on Wednesday I felt like perfectly fine. I felt like I had recovered. I felt like new. And then the next day I went to like university. I went to my classes. And then I started to feel a little weak. And then by the afternoon, like later, I felt just awful again. I had gotten sick again, which has never happened to me, that I like recover and then get sick the next day again. And yeah,
two times.
Not good. And also there's like like here in Mexico, we got this holiday called El Grito, which like we celebrate Mexican independence. It was going to be cool and there was going to be like festivities, but I couldn't go because I was sick and I just stayed at home in my bed sad.
Oh, you sound so poor.
Yes, that was my week. How was your week, Jordan?
It's been just work past 4 days and then trying to figure out some other stuff fucking with my ear, but that's besides the point.
With your ear? Are you losing your hearing?
No, not that, but I don't really want to get into it.
Oh, I remember what.
Thank you.
About.
Okay, shut up now.
Yes. Okay. How about you, Steven?
Oh, it's been great. My stepdad got COVID. I had some work stuff. It was great.
I love how our little segment on how everyone's doing is just, we're all shit. That's it. Nothing's good. It just sucks. COVID.
Life sucks.
So that's worrying, but so far the worrying thing is that my mom has asthma, so we gotta make sure that she doesn't get it. And so we're just trying not to get it, sort of. I don't think we got it anymore.
Yeah. You can only do what you can.
Oh yeah. Also, on a lighter note, bodybuilders. There was this. So at my work, like on Friday, some guy came like 17 minutes before closing. Wonderful. To grab a mattress. And when we were loading it into his SUV, I noticed that this dude had the biggest arms. Insane.
Damn.
So that was sweet.
Weird. That's it. Big arm dude. Let's go.
Big arms. And I thought, oh my God.
He had big arms. And I said to myself in my head, I wish I could be held by them.
No, I wish I could have those arms.
Well then, oh well.
Pre-workout. Work them out.
Let's do it.
Exactly.
Work them out.
Be like Nick. Become strong and muscular.
Be like Nick and be fucking swole. It's great.
Nick goes to the gym like 4 hours a day. That's why he's so buff.
He's nuts. He actually has a routine.
I should work out.
I have all the time in the world. And I don't do it.
I do not have all the time in the world.
You don't have all the time in the world. You have shit to do.
Yeah.
Shit to do. Okay. So for this podcast, or this episode, for number 10, we are going to be discussing movies and TV shows.
Is it our 10th episode?
It is our 10th
It
episode.
is,
That's
isn't it?
okay.
Oh my god. Congratulations, we made it through 10 episodes.
Yeah.
One of those
We've gotten this
streamers.
far.
Wow,
Put
are
on
you
party hat.
surprised? Are you surprised that we succeeded in
well,
something?
no, I'm not.
I wouldn't call this success, more like prolonged failure.
Prolonged failure.
For once in your
of a
life, be
podcast.
Nice.
optimistic. Just
Yeah, we're
once.
talking about movies.
I ask you to think that things are going well and that it won't turn sour in like a few months.
It's not going to turn sour. It has turned sour.
It already has.
It has not. You just refuse to look at the good. Moving on, we are going to be discussing movies and TV shows. It's going to be any kind of, well, it's mostly just going to be our tastes in movies, what we find the most enjoyable.
Yes.
Some stuff that's going to be great, some stuff that we think is terrible, things that are underrated, that kind of thing. You know,
I'm
normal
very excited
discussion between
episode.
boys about what exactly it makes a good movie that isn't based on a certain opinion.
What do you mean by that, Jordan?
Nothing. Continue on.
What are you trying to say there?
Can I ask you guys something?
What's
Sure.
that?
What do you think about reality TV? Because I think it is the most worthless thing on the planet.
Well, depends on what kind of reality TV.
That's an
you're
interesting
talking about.
questioning.
Just
I think it depends. I mean, most of it is all of it fake, or is it just most of it is fake? Are there some
I
like
think
actual
all of
real?
I think it's most of it is real. They do have like some segments that are big, like, oh, this probably will happen because these people are problematic in their own way, and that's probably how they got here. But I think that most reality TV isn't great. But there are, like, the bad ones, in my opinion, are like 90 Day Fiance and Married at First Sight.
I remember those.
Oh, just like
My parents would non-stop talk about those, and I'd be like,
actually, oh, that sounds awful.
Well, maybe not non-stop, but that's like the major stuff they would talk about. And I think it was called Below Deck or something like that, where it was just a bunch of like early 20s to early 30s people on a yacht, working on a yacht, and having like onboard drama with people and relationship struggles, and that kind of piss poor reality shit.
I remember there was this reality TV show that I started watching, I think with my aunt, that I actually started to quite enjoy. It was probably like really fake, but I found it quite interesting. It was called Breaking Amish, I think. It was about like these guys that were from the Amish community, and they were just like leaving the Amish community and teaming up to go to the city, and sort of like their adventure and
was
journey
it like
from that.
Yeah, it was documenting their journey on
it was like
going into
documenting
normal life and not churning butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
actually started to really enjoy it, but it's been like that's years ago. So
it sounds really interesting because that has an interesting concept and not just throwing a bunch of miserable people together that are all about their bodies, and then hopefully they have a good ending. That's not going to end well.
You know the kind of reality TV shows that like I do really like and enjoy that I think are good game shows and like cooking competitions and like those kind of shows. Like those can be cool.
I was thinking stuff like House Flippers, like people who like the real estate ones, where it's a little boring, but like if you're actually looking at like prices and views and all that, it actually could look pretty. It's not interesting. I'll get.
Well, mom, it depends. My mom, she loved watching those kinds of shows because she was really into like remodeling houses, like decorating home decor, but like also like investigating houses and prices and what it would take to flip one, like designing your own house. Like, she's really into that, and so those shows are for her.
I can see that, like wanting to get into the idea of like designing a house and remodeling.
But also seeing the possibilities that can come from actually having a home and like seeing what you could do with it. And also seeing like how privileged people are. Because they're like showing off like houses in Texas and like southern states that are just like some of the coolest places, or like not even cool, but they're sizable, have good views and all that, and they're only for like less than $500,000.
Yeah, honestly.
Jesus.
So privileged.
So privileged. I don't
That's
know
what
why.
makes
I
me.
don't think we have really any air to stand on because we're only 18 years old. Actually,
I'm 19.
Abdiel's 19.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the elder.
I am of age. I am the one with the
God,
most
he's
experience
so
out of you
old.
guys.
If
I'm
you were here, you
old
could
and
smoke.
wise.
You could buy
I
me
could.
weed.
I could be smoking weed right now as I record this. Am I? You don't
If
know.
you were in the
You can't
greatest country
smell.
on earth.
Fuck. It's like yeah, it's like this is the kind of stuff we can talk about. But do we have any leg to stand on? Not really.
It's just a bunch of like.
We know nothing
It's just
of
a bunch
home
of random
decor.
people.
We know
talking about
nothing
stuff.
of housing prices. We're fine. It's great.
What do you guys think about MasterChef? I remember I watched like MasterChef Junior when I was a kid, which was like MasterChef
Yeah,
but for kids.
like showing the difference
And
between
I
Gordon
really-
Ramsay between like Gordon Ramsay teaching adults. It's literally him just yelling at people for being incompetent.
I feel like it's staged.
Is it staged? I think he legitimately
Maybe.
gets angry at people.
I don't know.
I can
probably.
see him getting angry
like,
at people, but like you could. I don't think he'd get away with that as easily.
Yeah, no, like that's definitely like for show. He like acts that way because it's good for the show. But like maybe I don't know if it's like acted or planned out or if it's
his
like
insults cannot be
spontaneous for the
created like
show.
that if he wasn't telling it from the heart.
I mean, maybe,
I don't know.
or
People
maybe
are
they
good
could just be
actors.
really well written, scripted insults.
I don't
mean,
know,
it could
man.
Be both.
You can't predict everything that'll happen in the
An
kitchen. Like
idiot
at this
sandwich.
time, you're gonna fuck up the clams, and he's gonna come scream at you.
Oh god!
No, it's like to notice the difference between him talking to adults and him talking to children. It's literally some of the funniest shit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. No, Gordon Ramsay's one hell of an insulter. My respects for that man.
The lamb.
Man, God, weren't we supposed to talk about movies?
But it's fine. Reality TV show is TV
It's
shows.
fine.
Who cares?
We're talking about television. Yes, we're talking about filmmaking. It's fine.
Yeah, we just don't
It's
bring up
a special
like
kind of documentary filmmaking.
it's like can be really good if done correctly, but
Yeah,
really
pretty
bad
much.
if you don't have any inclination to intervene.
Would WWE count as reality TV? I feel like
No, because that's all
no.
staged. They've
Well,
admitted
but
to
that
like
is-
staging the fights.
Well, but like it's sort of in the reality format where it's like like they film it as if it were something real, but it's like fake. And I mean, I feel like that's just how a lot of reality TV shows are.
Well, reality TV, there's more realism in that. Maybe there's a little sprinkle of drama because the people are terrible.
Well, maybe I don't know. I guess it depends the show.
Wrestlers are playing characters; they're actors. That's what they do.
Yeah, I guess.
And then they also learn how to take a goddamn hit because they get fucking suplexed.
Yup.
It's just reality TV show is just such a gray area to think about.
To all our viewers, if you guys have great reality TV shows to recommend us, I don't know,
Much appreciated.
Send them to the. I don't want to tell them to message
DM
us on
our Instagram at JustJoker69.
Is that a good idea to tell them to DM us?
I mean, we'll read them. It's not like we won't read them. I think we're still getting.
It's fine. We don't have very many viewers. It's fine.
Okay, don't bog us down so quickly, man.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, Steven, you don't really have much inclination of reality TV other than like some minor stuff, right?
Nope. I've watched like a bit of Kitchen Nightmares and crap that was on YouTube, and a little bit of stuff just like I don't know, sitting around on the couch downstairs.
For those who still have cable.
Those pathetic monks. No,
Not pathetic, Steven. Shut your mouth. It's just not as needed anymore.
You know, I don't know if this really counts. This probably doesn't count as reality TV, but like, yeah, no, this doesn't count as reality TV. But nature documentaries, oof. I love me some good nature documentaries.
Reality TV shows and documentaries are two very different things.
Yeah, I feel like, those
documentaries 100% realistic, and then some added
Well,
footage.
Well, not
of here and
always.
there.
Not all of
Not
them.
always.
Not
There
all
can be
of them.
some few documentaries there that don't
Oh, boy.
What, like
necessarily show.
reenactments that are the fake portions?
No,
No, like
just like
some
anything on the
documentaries just
History Channel.
manipulate. Really? Is History Channel known for being like not accurate? I don't know. I've
They
heard some
interview
documentaries.
people and they just start talking the truth, and I don't get
I've
what's the
just
problem.
I've just heard like some documentaries will manipulate kind of the information being told to be a bit more biased or misinform. Um, I mean, I'm sure most documentaries are like accurate and good, but like I'm sure there's also a few out there that like
There's the bad ones.
yeah, there's the
Yeah.
bad ones.
Like the oh, what was that documentary I watched a while back about the Chicago Bulls during their Michael Jordan season? What was that documentary called?
I don't know. I don't really watch many sports.
I don't.
documentaries or
Yeah, I don't normally watch um many sports, or if anything, but just for something about this, it just made me. The Last Dance. That was it.
Oh, I've heard of it. I've heard of that one.
Yes, it's like even if you don't like sports, it's still interesting to listen to,
Yeah.
because it talks about like his season, how Michael Jordan was an absolute fucking menace all the goddamn time. Talking about
What a
Scottie
legend.
Pippen and just going on and on about the Bulls during the late '80s, early or on all throughout the '90s. It was a
Yeah.
fun thing to watch, even if
Yeah,
you
it
don't
tells-
care for sports, because guess what? The Chicago Bulls are interesting.
Yeah, because it tells a story. It tells a good and
It
compelling
tells the story of
stories.
like literally the greatest basketball team ever.
Yeah, we all love a good story.
Okay.
Have you guys watched many sports movies? I haven't watched like
There
actually
was
I've barely
that.
watched any sports movies.
There was that. Fucking. I have to keep looking these up because I can never actually remember the name. Fucking.
What is it about?
It was about Jackie Robinson. Fucking.
Hmm.
What was it called? 42. That was the movie.
42. Haven't heard of
It was
it.
just. It was a movie about Jackie Robinson, played by Chadwick Boseman, basically being the first African American to play in like the major league of baseball in the States.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Was it good?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. His performance was one of the greatest I've ever seen.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman is pretty good.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Good actor.
It was phenomenal. I just loved it. That was like one of the sports movies. I'm pretty sure there was some older ones that like the redoing of the Mighty Ducks, the reimagining. Apparently, it was an older TV series a long time ago, and then they redid it. I think I want to say like 8 months ago. And my parents tried to make me watch it, and I was just like, it's just not interesting.
No. The only sports movie I remember watching that I really enjoyed, because I haven't seen that many sports movies, but one that I remember that I enjoyed was Remember the Titans.
Oh my god.
Did you watch that one?
I did, and I thought the ending was interesting.
I don't remember how it ended. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah. It was a very well acted movie, though. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I noticed with sports movies, a lot of them is just like race issues.
Yeah.
Well, at least the
racism bad.
not like majority of sports movies deal with racism. I just mean like some really good ones deal with them.
Yeah, the kind of historical ones.
Mm-hmm. It looks a lot of fun. What was
any questions prepared for us?
There not really any questions. But there's one more for that. I want to say there was this clip I saw a while back or a few days ago from the movie Hidden Figures.
Oh, that's a good one.
Did
That's
you
a good
watch
movie.
it?
Yeah, I've watched that one.
Okay. So I didn't really think it was interesting from just the looks of it because I thought it was just going to be like an odd comedy or something. But when looking more into it, it actually looks really well acted and looked really well done. So I had to put that on my watch list because, of course, I had to.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's about
Okay.
the
Okay.
black people that helped NASA when like Armstrong went to the moon, and like the behind the scenes that kind
That
of
sounds
don't get as recognized. But yeah, it's a really good one.
okay. Fantastic. I
Steven,
love this already.
Steven, any movies you like?
Any
I feel like
movie.
me
Any
and Jordan are
sports movies that come to
just
mind?
me and Jordan are just talking, and you're not. We're
No, I
sorry. We're
don't know
sorry.
any
We're leaving
sports
you out.
movies.
Well, what?
Uh
Any other
literally
kind of movies?
everything that's coming to mind to me right now is just one movie, and it's Aliens in the Attic. That's all that's coming to my
Why
mind
is
right
that
Are
the
now.
you
one thing?
kidding? That is nowhere near what we're talking about.
I know,
The
I just
one
can't think of
random
sports
movie,
movies. I'm
the
thinking
random
of
movie that you guys were talking about like
I
two
thought, like,
episodes
say
ago, or was
something
that
like, I
last
don't know,
episode?
Moneyball. Like
I'm thinking about
Moneyball.
Aliens in the Attic and like one movie that I can't name that was like about a German shepherd in the military. And that's it. I
Oh,
can't
I
think of
think
any
I
other
might.
movies.
Wait, do I remember that movie?
Was there
No. Was
Channing
it
Tatum in it?
Max? I have no idea.
Oh yeah, Max, that was it. Because I
Oh
had
yeah, I
like
was right.
because I used to watch it in my like grandparents' camper or trailer down south. And so like movies were the only thing I could like really do there other than I don't know, board games and stuff and explore. And since I was like a shut-in, all I did was watch movies down there. So I had seen a little bit of that movie Max.
Huh.
I remember I
Uh,
used to love dog movies when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah,
Kid.
there's another one.
Oh God, that was a
There was
bad
another.
voice crack.
That was bad.
Are
That
you
was
all
bad,
right?
That
bad.
was a bad one.
Jesus. You just broke
Oh
there,
God,
man.
I can't believe I'm 19 and
Uh,
I'm still voice cracking.
yeah. A lot of fun. Okay, before we get on to any more tangents, I want to solidify something.
What do you want to solidify?
Okay, I'm going to ask Steven first, and then I'm going to ask you, Abdiel.
Okay.
Steven,
Yeah.
what is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie. Why am I not able to think of anything right
That's six, man.
now? Okay.
Think of something.
Favorite
said-
movie out of
Aliens in
all
the
of
attic.
them. Fucking monsters versus aliens, bro. That was awesome, bro.
Bro, I bet your favorite movie is The Last Jedi.
No.
No,
Actually,
damn.
that just brought something up to me.
No, wait, I was joking, Steven. Don't
Hang
bring
on,
it
hey,
up.
It's actually
Mercy.
the rise of
What's that?
Skywalker.
Mercy.
No, it's probably one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I would say.
Oh,
Like just because those are very good movies mostly.
But
And
it should be like a personal bias kind of thing.
personal bias, well, I don't know. My favorite movie is probably that. I don't know. I mostly watch TV now that I think of it. Like I haven't even watched all of the Star Wars prequels.
you haven't watched all the Star Wars
That's
prequels?
bizarre.
Yes, for someone who is into that
For the
Yeah,
guy who
'cause you're
plays
pretty into
so
that.
much strategy Star Wars games.
a little bit too much. I'm
We-
looking
we
at my
don't-
hours and
we don't need to discuss your hours into
yeah,
that.
I don't need to
No.
state that on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
But if you can't name your favorite movie, you can just go off like I guess you can just go off of like the
What about
first
your
movie.
favorite show?
Oh god.
favorite show? Well, that's our. Actually, that's difficult because I know a lot.
Can
of
I
good ones.
guess?
Arcane.
Well, I
but
know
there's
they show
also
you've been
Breaking
watching
Bad.
lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
with that
Better
one.
Call Saul. Probably Arcane, just because I really love the look of that. Plus, with the story and characters.
Yeah, the
Like,
look of
it's just
Arcane
so
is
good.
really something unique. It's really cool.
It reminds
And
me
yeah,
of
it
a
has
couple
good
other
strong
things. Yeah,
characters.
a very nice art style.
Very,
nice.
very nice
So
art style.
favorite movie, Pirates of the Caribbean. Favorite TV show, Arcane. Got it. Good. Gonna mark that down for later use. I don't know what I'm going to use it for.
Useful information.
Abdiel.
Oh, I don't know what my favorite.
I'm
I
asking
have,
the film buff his favorite movie.
dude. It's okay. My favorite movie for the longest time. It used to be or has been Gravity, but I haven't seen it in so long, and I
The fuck
feel
is Gravity?
you don't know
Uh,
Gravity, like
uh,
the space movie with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
I'm gonna be
They got
honest.
lost in space.
The only way I know that movie is from hearing about it from the Yogs cast.
I don't
That
They
even
were
is
know what
doing.
so
that is.
obscure.
They were
I
reviewing a
How is?
Minecraft mod that was like Gravity, and it flipped over Gravity in it, and they
Oh
referenced like
God,
the movie.
When you said fucking George Clooney, I was thinking like the most recent movie like he was in.
bro. No, Gravity came out in 2013. It was a big deal when it came out. It was like, oh my God, such amazing visual effects and stuff. The CGI in that movie actually looks flawless. It looks identical to real life,
Oh
and
fuck.
it's it's just such, I don't know, that the way that movie is just made, the way the camera, it has like insanely long takes. Like I think the first shot of that movie is like 15 minutes long,
Cool.
or 12 or something, and it's just the camera just like going around. It's like you're an astronaut just flying around with these guys, and it feels super immersive. And the whole rest of the movie is just absolutely stunning to look at. It just like really makes you feel like you're there with the characters. And also just the amount of detail they put into every single shot to like tell the story. It's sort of like a double kind of, it's sort of like, yeah, they're lost in space, but it's also kind of a metaphor kind of story, talking about like someone going through trauma and rebirth, and the way they
It's a
tell that
metaphor.
visually. Yeah, man, it's super well done.
God,
But
you do
okay,
sound like a film buff.
yeah, I know. But yeah, that movie is really amazing. It's like the first movie that really got me into filmmaking, that made me like really become fascinated with how it's done, and the process of the production and the editing and all that good stuff. Okay, but I have not seen it in a very long time, and there's another movie that's kind of like really taken a place in my heart that might be my new favorite, and that movie is La La Land.
Not a clue, bro. Not a
You don't
clue.
know
No, I
La?
remember watching La La Land and thinking this is so boring.
How did you find La La Land boring?
I
That's
found
like,
it boring. It just wasn't that interesting to me.
are you not into musicals?
No,
Oh,
I like
man.
certain musicals. The only one I really consider to be good is The Greatest Showman, but that's because the music
How?
itself was good.
Bro, but like the music in La La Land is also good.
Yeah, I get that. That's
That's-
why it's like an Oscar movie. I get that.
but
But when I watched it, I just wasn't interested. Maybe because I was a stupid, dumb kid who didn't care about it.
maybe that's, I
Maybe if
could
I
see that.
rewatched it,
You
who
know
knows?
what? You know what? Actually, now that I think of it, the very first time that I watched La La Land, I also did not. I liked it. I didn't love it as much as everyone did. I think that might be because I watched it on like my mom's crappy laptop with my family huddled around there with like really bad audio, and it was just like the most unpleasant watching experience. But but the more I rewatch that movie, the more it just like clicks with me harder and becomes more relatable, and I don't know. There's something special about that movie that I
It
connect with.
is. It,
But
it,
yeah,
it-
that's why it's my favorite movie, because I connect with it. We all have different things we connect with.
Lovely. And then your favorite
Yes.
TV show would be.
I don't know if I have. Oh wait, no, I do have a favorite TV show. It's Origairu, which is an anime
We weren't gonna
show.
talk about anime, you
Well,
dumb
we were
fuck.
supposed to, but it's my favorite show. What can I say? I know
Wait, which
anime
one?
is supposed to
Sorry.
be another episode. Origairu.
We're gonna
Oh
talk about
God.
anime another time. This is
Okay, we
that
won't
is
talk.
Okay.
anime is such a
Okay.
generalized. Okay,
Abdiel.
Yes,
we're gonna stop
Steven.
screaming.
I still haven't finished
I know you
Oregon,
still haven't finished it.
and I never
You
will.
asshole. But
I'm gonna die before I finish that show. I
I
feel
honestly, you know what? That's your decision, Steven. If you want to do that, you can do that. You're just missing out.
it's not even
And
that I want it. It's just that I can't. I can't
okay.
bother to watch it.
For the
Yes, I
viewers who
know.
are listening in at this point, The reason we aren't going to be discussing anime is because a lot of us are heavily into actually watching and discussing anime. So we're going to save that topic for another time. Who wins that time? I do not know.
Yeah, anime deserves its own episode.
It does. It's a very, very broad thing that we can't just squeeze in with movies and TV shows. So, when I say we weren't going to talk about anime, I mean we weren't going to talk about anime.
I'm sorry.
Okay, can I say something that's not about anime?
Steven.
Of
Yes.
course, yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so about like how I mentioned that Arcane is my favorite TV show before. I am very afraid for the second season of that because even though I know that the people did a wonderful, masterful job and put tons and tons of effort into making the first season like amazing, just having looked back at like just think about all of the fucking hits: Terminator, Star Wars, fucking Alien, just all of that, maybe Star Trek too, and how it always goes downhill and becomes at the very least a sizable downgrade over time, mainly because it's like corporatized and it becomes a big name, and how like think the Star Wars sequels, maybe prequels too, some of the newer Alien movies, Prometheus, that one that I can't remember the name of with like the albino alien, and how it always manages to go down somehow. I mean, rarely it doesn't, like say Better Call Saul after Breaking Bad, that was also really good. But like it's always this trend of going downwards in quality. And that kind of scares me.
Didn't the Better Call Saul get 49 Emmy nominations over the countless seasons and not get a single one?
What?
Okay, so there was this whole thing going about with Better Call Saul that it has been not for how many seasons are there?
There's like 4?
Really, just out of the 4 seasons, it's been nominated for I think 49 Emmys, which is like,
And they never won any of them.
and it never won a single Emmy.
Yeah, and like Shark Tale got
feels bad.
What did Shark Tale get
Shark
again?
Tale actually get something?
It got like I think it got like Movie of the Year or something, or it got
Oh my god!
I don't know. It got nominated for something, and it's fucking Shark Tale.
Bro, I'm
And
looking
it's
that up.
just like so.
That's funny. That's
Shark
really
Tale.
fucking funny.
I remember one day looking up the cast of Shark Tale and being shocked to find that Martin Scorsese was one of the voice actors in Shark
Oh no,
Tale.
it got an
I was like, what the
Oscar, right?
hell?
Yeah, it got an
Okay.
Oscar for its
Here, let
wonderful
me search
quality.
this up. Wait, it actually got nominated for an Oscar?
Yeah.
Wait, Shark Tale Oscar nomination.
Also, I
Looking this
don't know
up.
the difference between an
Oh,
Emmy
it got
and an Oscar.
no,
There's
it didn't
award
get.
shows. Who cares?
Okay, here it tells me that it got nominated for the Kids' Choice Awards for
Okay.
favorite voice, Academy Award for Best Animated Feature. What? It actually did?
It was animated well?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even animated well. Oh my god.
That's
Shark
unbelievable.
Tale, man. Bro, I haven't
No.
seen
Also, how it
Shark
has
Tale in the
cannibalism.
longest time. I've just seen memes.
Because
now,
when we
and
were
it's the
kids, we thought
funniest.
it was really funny. But now
Then
looking
we-
back on it, it's just like, that's a mess. That's a mess right there.
Bad.
It's so bad. Bro,
It's
what
like
are
the
like
fucking, it's like the fucking B movie. It's just
the
Oh,
B
yeah.
movie?
just
I'm never
dumb.
gonna
That's
watch
all it
that.
is.
It's so
stupid.
dumb. Yo, I was about to ask, what are the worst movies you guys have seen?
Are we
Shark
not going
Tale?
to get into my favorites things?
Oh, I mean, did you want to? you want to talk about that?
That's kind of what I was leading up to when I was asking your
I'm
favorite shit.
sorry.
Who's
What's-
hosting,
what's-
Abdiel? Tell me.
I'm sorry. You continue.
You two are unbelievable. The disrespect in this room. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
So, I say this time and time again. Anytime anyone asks me my favorite movie, I say 110% of the time Pacific Rim.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, that was.
Even when we're not exactly discussing it, I'd be like, it's just so fucking good.
Bro, I haven't even seen Pacific Rim now that I think of it. How have
Wait.
I not seen Pacific Rim yet?
Because it gets bogged down by like people saying like the characters are lazy, but the action and score makes it fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that one sounds like a fun movie. It sounds like it'd be a really
Oh,
fun
it is
time.
the most. I don't really care about drama piece, but I love beating the shit out of monsters.
Nice.
It's
Bro,
just the. Hmm?
we should all get together one day and watch Pacific Rim.
I'm so yes,
Yes.
thank you. Please, for the love of God, you guys need to see it. And
Yes.
then Abdiel, and then you forget anything that happens afterward.
Oh yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing ever happened
Nothing
after that
happened
movie.
afterward. They made
There's-
a perfectly good movie, like
yeah,
close to 10 years ago, and then I never heard much of it. I did hear
Yeah.
it got an anime, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah. No sequels at all. Nothing. And favorite show? Favorite series?
The Last Airbender.
Yes, you've told us about that one. Me and Steven still have not
that
seen
and The
it.
Legend of Korra, like both rewatching it like
Oh, really?
three
You like
separate
Korra
times.
as well?
Yeah, for like over the next like past, I guess not even the past, but over the course of 2 years, I watched both those series 3 times total. Like, I
Damn.
watched all of Last Airbender and did it again 2 more times.
I mean,
And I
some
did the
series
same
be
with.
rewatchable.
It is. It's so rewatchable, and that's why I still bug Brandon about it to finish fucking Airbender. Because he's on the final season. There's nothing left. Just get to the final season. It's just
You're
so
like me
bizarre.
with Steven telling him to finish Orgairu.
So
Oh
dumb.
my god.
And that's why. And with that, we don't even mention the stuff that comes after Airbender, which is just Korra, and that's it. There was no movie adaptation, or I do hear it's getting a movie adaptation again, but that's good.
Really? Is
It's
that
getting
good?
it's getting another movie adaptation because they're still going through all the cast and they're kind of still filming. But it's not even going to be a movie. It's going to be a TV series, I think. So really fun.
Why do you need another Airbender series though if the first one is
Because
good?
they whitewashed the first movie. Oh, sorry, I mean what movie?
What movie? What? There's no such.
Yeah, I don't
There's no
fucking care.
such thing as Airbender movie.
Well, there is going to be, and it's going to be great. Or it's just a TV show. I can't remember. Who cares? Anyways.
Anyways, now can we talk about the worst movies?
Yes, we can talk about bad shit. Bad. Even though
the bad movies.
we've kind of been complaining and kind of just lopsiding some shit here and there.
No. We've talked about our favorite movies. Now it's time to talk about our least favorite movies.
Well, when I
There's-
think, I can only think like
least
bad
favorite.
movies. Yeah, I can't think of like I can think of bad movies, but not like my worst movie.
Yeah, there's very few movies that I
Other than
hate.
the second Pacific Rim.
I'm not
No.
sure. We don't talk about that.
Exactly. Thank you. He gets it.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really remember too many movies, or really any movies at all that I've seen that I hated. That I just really hated.
But there's been a lot of movies recently where it's just
Because it's just usually when people say that a movie's really bad, I just won't watch it. That's the
That's
thing. I'll just
fair,
avoid it. So I just get to avoid all the trash. It's wonderful.
Great.
Dude,
same
I
with,
saw this.
Same with TV shows. Yeah.
I saw this dude, like, he has a YouTube channel. His name is, I think, Shay Frillis. He did a video where he watched every single Illumination movie and did a ranking for every single Illumination movie. Dude, imagine having to go through that and watch every single animated movie that Illumination has ever put out.
And most of it being Minions related.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like not fun.
No.
Oh my god.
Because we
Why
all
would
know the
someone subject
superior
themselves to that?
villain turned good movie is Megamind.
Yes,
Yes.
it's just good.
Yes,
It's just
That-
good.
Megamind.
That's
And
probably
then-
why Ned never got any sequels. Because it was just good. It didn't need to be improved on.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, they could have like expanded upon it and had like other ideas that were also good.
But that comedy in the film was so like pinpoint and accurate. Like I don't think there could have been much improvement done.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My worst movie is definitely The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that was just kind of that was a
Bad.
weird one.
Could just
I
call
don't
it
even
that.
want to talk about the rise of Skywalker.
I
We
get
I
it.
feel
The
like
sequels
it's-
Me
suck.
and
Move on
Alex
now.
already talked about it. Everyone on the internet
Who's
talked about it.
Alex?
It's Star Wars.
Alex is
Oh
Alex
right,
is
that's
Alex.
no one. Fucking give them
Don't
the
you
memory
know we
wipe
This
have
is
scene.
an
Steven's
audience
imaginary
here?
friend.
We have an audience. Me and Adrian. No, not Adrian. Me and I don't know.
Adrian.
And whatever his
Russell the
face
Third.
is.
Me and Mr. T-Rex.
Mr. T-Rex.
Cool then.
Bro, I'm actually
Yeah.
trying so hard to think of a movie that like I just
The Incredible Bulk.
what is that?
Oh yeah, that's bad. But like, actually, no. I don't even think it's funny bad. It's just bad, isn't
It's
it?
just bad. They got this the company fucking I don't even remember the company's name because I just don't care to remember them. Oh, Asylum, that's it. The movie company Asylum, where they just make knocks off of movies and then out of piss poor quality and then just send them out because fuck it.
You know what? Really, Star Wars is just bad.
No, I think
Steven.
The three good movies. Well, maybe. And then there was like 1.5 decent shows.
well, the thing is when I
Yes.
think
And
of
then there's
Star
the
Wars, I
EU.
just think of the original movies though.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty much.
those are good, kind of. Mostly.
Oh my
See?
god.
I'm a Star Wars
I
fan.
don't
I hate
want
it
to
by
talk.
nature.
I don't want to talk about
You,
Star
no,
Wars.
you do sound like the
Yeah.
average Star Wars fan, where it's like I do watch a lot of Star Wars and I hate all of it.
Because it's all shit.
I am a Star Wars fan. It's all shit.
It's all shit. Except
I
for
have
these
never
three
known
books.
happiness
Wars.
with the Star Wars universe.
I am now jaded and disgusted. Whatever.
You know what
Oh.
movie I didn't like?
What was that?
The last Jurassic World movie. I already forgot what
Oh,
it was
yeah.
called.
The fucking Dominion.
Was that what it was called?
Dominion?
I don't
Jurassic
even
World
remember.
Dominion,
That's all. That's
yes.
how like forgettable it was.
That too. It's an old series. It's an old series that started off as good and then it went downhill.
Well, at least they didn't do prequels from there.
Well, I don't know. The prequels of the
Of Jurassic
The
World,
I-
there's dinosaurs.
the prequels of the IP we shall not
Dinosaurs.
be naming were good in concept, but bad in execution.
Oh, can we stop talking about?
We won't talk
Can we
about it.
stop talking
We're done.
about it.
We're done.
Shut
Oh, God.
your face.
I am not the T-Rex man. Whatever.
No,
Whatever.
T-Rex, man.
Oh well.
If you guys had to make any movie that you could had any budget, what would you guys make?
Make any kind of movie.
Yeah, any movie. What would you want to see? It can be good or bad.
Well, I know there's a lot of you know how much a history buff I am.
Oh yeah, you are a history buff.
Not really a history. I'm not going to call myself a history buff because there is just so much history, and I'm nowhere near qualified to talk about most of it.
Well, you're into history. You
I
enjoy
like history.
learning.
Yeah, I
Yes.
like to listen to World War One and World War Two. You know, look at the books, look at the reenactments, documentaries, movies, just all of it.
Yes.
There are a lot of Canadian, based. There aren't a lot of Canadian military movies.
Yeah, they're
So
not.
there's maybe one I can think of that has to do with like I don't know if it was the Battle of the Somme during the First World War. Let me just look up Canadian military movies.
Battle
Make a
of the
whole
Somme. That
movie
was
about
wasn't that
us.
like British?
That was
You should-
British against German.
You should make a whole movie just about us burning down the White House
Yo.
in the War of 1812.
Yeah, we should do that.
The War of
That-
1812.
I would watch that movie. Watching
shit.
Canadians just
Um,
absolutely burn the White House down, so
It's
bad.
like
Maybe I should be careful with what I say on this
okay, I found
podcast.
it.
burned out.
Okay, I found the movie.
Burn
It
the
is
White House.
called. Hang on. I did find it. It is called Passchendaele.
Passchendaele, never heard of it.
It is a battle during the First World War. It was a pretty
Oh,
good
right.
movie, I'll be honest.
I completely forgot about 1917. Shit, that's also a really good movie that I love.
Well, that's the most
That
well-known
is-
World War One movie.
But like, it's also one
Well,
of the
there's some
greatest, I
other
would say.
good. Well, yeah, I guess that's probably.
World War One, World War Two movies. There are plenty of those.
I mean,
Saving Private Ryan, Greyhound, Midway. They're all really good movies.
Yeah.
Oh god, but like 1917, that cinematography, like, what?
Well, because
Wow.
they did
Chef's
it. They
kiss.
tried to do it in one take, but then they
No,
started to
they-
cut it out.
What?
What? Like
There are still cuts in the
there are
movie.
still cuts. They never like planned to
They
do
made
it
it look
all
like
in
it
one
was in-
take.
They
They planned
made-
from
yeah,
the
they made it-
beginning to like make it look like one take, but like
Yeah.
Which
obviously
made it more immersive,
have
right?
multiple takes. Yeah. No, that was a really good movie. I got to see that movie in IMAX when it first came out. God, that was
Whoa.
such a
Whoa.
cool movie experience.
Whoa.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10 would
Very,
recommend.
very good.
Classic.
Very good movie.
But yeah,
So-
I would make a Canadian, I guess, military movie if I had a budget and could know how all the stunt coordination would work.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
it's lots of fun, but also quite complicated.
Maybe a movie about like the French rebellion during the Nazi occupation could be cool. In World War II.
Why are we going to the World Wars? How about this? Like, we have money to do any
Spirals
movie we
into
wanted.
war.
Why are we going to the World Wars?
Making another war movie because you guys are into world wars.
Don't say that out of context, man.
Well,
I am so into World Wars. We need another one.
we need
Dude,
World
Bring us
War III.
content.
Dude. Did you say
Yeah.
bring us content?
Yes.
Content war.
Steven, is your life that boring that you think a world war would spice things up?
No.
No.
I mean, it would
no.
spice things
it
up.
wouldn't.
not
Even
only
with the
that.
world war, if the world would go to war and you needed to be drafted, you would
Steven,
still think, "Oh, I'm so
I wouldn't be
bored.
drafted. I would be.
Steven would still be just in his
When
basement.
can I go
on his
home?"
I would be a shriveled corpse before I was drafted. I think that's how it would go.
Oh my god.
Anyways, what movie would you make, Steven?
He already
Uh,
said another French.
either-
Another? Oh well, you did.
A
give that
movie
idea.
about the
French
French. How
Revolution.
dare you?
Okay, but to be fair, this is during the Nazi occupation. When the French were the good guys.
French have always been the good guys. Well, not
Mm,
always, but
Napoleon.
okay, that
Well,
was Napoleon, not France. That's different.
It's not France.
Napoleon was his own goddamn, force.
Napoleon was his own thing.
Napoleon was
was an
his nation.
emperor, man. Like, you can't exactly lob France in with him because he was just that delusional.
Maybe more pirate
Are we
movies.
gonna
I don't
make
know.
Is there any movies about Napoleon?
There are
I know-
plenty. I know there is. Like fucking
Probably.
Waterloo, probably.
Oh, actually, yeah, I remember there was like a really old movie about Napoleon made in like the 1910s, I think.
No, like even Waterloo. Like,
Waterloo, have not heard of it.
it's like one of Napoleon's most famous battles.
Yeah.
No, not Waterloo, the city in Ontario. No. Is it a film? 1970 film?
Yeah, it's from 1970. Wait, actually, I think I heard they were gonna make a new Napoleon movie. I saw somewhere. Napoleon.
I see. More
Yeah, it's
Napoleon,
more
more
pirate.
short man energy.
Maybe like
Yes, Steven.
more Pirates
What,
of the
you were gonna
Caribbean, but good. I don't know.
Well, they're
I guess
making
Pirates-
they're making a
mean,
new one
30
already.
more Pirates of the Caribbean.
They're making a new one.
Maybe not like exactly Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, maybe
because,
just
like,
make like a new pirate movie. Make your own
yeah,
thing.
For the kids.
for the
For the
not
new
kids.
generation who didn't grow
I
up
guess
with Pirates of the Caribbean.
there's already the TV show Black Sails for people. Was that good? You guys
I don't even know what you're
that is.
talking about.
It's like this pirate TV show. Think Game of Thrones, but like the golden age of piracy.
Ooh.
Why did
I
this
don't know
become
how
a
it turned out.
history discussion?
Yeah, why are we talking
What?
about? We were supposed to talk about movies. Why are
I'm talking about
World
TV
War
shows and movies.
II and
You wanted
The First and
movies.
Second
I don't
World
know.
Wars, the Battle of Waterloo, the Golden Age of Piracy.
again, but not shit. Oh my god, neckbeard. They ruined Star Wars, so I'm gonna make
See,
a Star Wars.
can you make stuff? Can you make it about the High Republic or the Old
No.
Republic?
That
Or
would
just-
actually be cool. Oh god.
I'm nerding. I'm nerdgasming.
No.
Nerdgasm.
No, I don't know. The
Just
thing
shut-
about Star Wars is that it's like normally a family dynamic, right? Like
No.
Oh my
family?
god.
No.
what?
There's just lots of genocide.
What? I mean, yes, you are right. There is lots of genocide. I don't know how you do.
You
I guess
cannot call Star Wars a kids film. You call it an everyone film.
Yes, I'm not calling it a
Yes.
kids film. I'm calling it. I remember someone described it as being like a dysfunctional family thing or something. I don't know
What?
because
No,
it's like
George
Luke and his
Lucas-
mother.
Star Wars is
George-
a metaphor for a
George
dysfunctional
Lucas
family.
himself said Star Wars was for kids.
No,
But-
I'm talking about like in the movies, like it's Luke versus it's Luke and his father. His father's evil, he's good, and he's trying to like amend their family and make his father good again or something.
Is
Or
that
whatever.
what you want to base it down on, or
And
No,
hook
I
you
just
up with
heard
his
that on some
sister.
stupid YouTube video essay. Fuck it, I'll make FNAF movies then. Fuck you.
you
know
finally
what?
do
We
it?
should make a FNAF movie. Yeah.
Except I'll actually like have the animatronics be accurate.
And not be something similar to Willy's Wonderland.
What the fuck is Willy's Wonderland?
It's a Nicolas Cage film about murderous animatronics.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
they give me like a sort of a velvet complexion in like the games, but in like the the
It's-
small amount of teasers for the canceled movies that we did see, they just looked like normal animatronics, like those fucking furry ugly things.
I
I don't know,
mean,
whatever.
they do have that kind of complexion at first, just a little fuzzy.
Yeah, they're not. But like, have you seen actual animatronics and like how hairy they are?
No,
yeah,
I
they're
get it. They're terrifying. That's
They're
kinda
way
why they were-
scarier than in the games. Okay, I'm tracking off into FNAF territory, right?
Oh
Okay.
no!
Oh no.
We're talking about movies, aren't
We're
we?
talking about everything but movies.
Okay, how
Let's
about
talk
this?
about more history about
How about
FNAF.
this? Hey! Listen here, kids.
Mhm.
So,
Yes, Ted.
I guess to end it off,
Oh, is this the end?
I mean, we could keep going.
I feel like
but
we could have talked about so much more. But,
Could have
I mean,
rambled
that's
on.
fine. We
We
can have a
got
part
the
two.
basis. We got our
We got the-
opinions out there. If there needs to be a part two, we'll make a part two because fuck it, we can do it. This is our podcast. We do what we want.
We do what we want.
Or maybe we just make it right after this one. But I doubt that because I'm not host next. So, continuing forward,
Continuing.
if there was one. Okay. Let me word this correctly. If there was one underrated movie or TV series that you had to make someone watch, what would it be?
Underrated?
Underrated.
Uh,
I already got mine. You guys have yours.
I don't know. I'm basic as fuck. The stuff I watch is not underrated.
Then how
Like,
about how about your
Oh, I know,
opinion
I
on
know.
something that
No, it's an anime.
Oh.
Fuck.
damn it.
Okay, can I break the rules a little bit?
No, you cannot. No.
Is
This
it an
is-
anime movie? You know what? Let's say it counts as if it's an anime movie. Wait, I just
No,
realized.
it does not count.
I just realized my
It's an
pick was
anime
also an
show.
anime.
You degenerates, for the love of God, stick to the rules we made.
It's so good
It's
though.
an underrated one then.
It's
I
so good. and it's
don't
so
care.
underrated.
How about this?
It's
How
still a
about
movie,
this?
Jordan. It's
Listen
still
to
a
me.
movie.
I'm hosting here. Shut your ass.
Underrated.
Listen to me real quick
Okay.
before you start rambling on more. How about it's okay if it's Studio Ghibli?
Okay, I'm
No.
still good.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I can't think of anything. I don't know. I watched Breaking Bad, Arcane, Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, is that underrated? Of course,
You-
fucking not.
You know what? You know what I would say if I were you, Steven?
What?
Aliens in the attic.
God.
Oh yeah.
Actually, no,
Good
you
catch.
have a
Aliens
point.
in
You
the
have a point. As
was
much
pretty
you can
fun.
shit on the movie, there are bits of it that are like almost comedic genius. Actually, I won't say comedic genius.
I've
It's been
never-
so
I've
long
never
since
shat
I've
on
watched that movie.
I won't say comedic genius. I'm just saying if you're 8 years old and like physical humor, this is your movie.
Yeah, I remember you
This
said it had
is
good
the
slapstick. In
It like slapstick
episode.
physical humor. Oh my god, I was crying as a child.
You were on the floor. You were.
I was on the
waffling.
floor laughing because this dude hit his balls on some railings.
Balls go die.
Balls, and he makes a really
Balls.
funny noise at the end and falls on
Funny
his ass.
noise.
I need to find that clip. I'll show it to you guys afterwards, but that's super
Please
fun.
do.
It's just a lot of fun. Okay, so Abdiel, what is your pick for an underrated movie that everyone should see?
Okay.
Or TV
dude.
show, who cares?
Okay, so when talking about Studio Ghibli, or whatever,
Studio
you
Ghibli,
pronounce it.
yes.
Studio Ghibli. Okay, so you mentioned obviously like the big movies, like when it comes to their best, like Spirited Away, like Princess Mononoke,
Princess Mononoke,
Howl's
My
Moving
Neighbor
Castle,
Totoro, yes.
you know, the big ones. But there's this one movie that I hadn't heard people really talk about very much. And when I saw it, one day I saw it on Netflix because like some guy on YouTube had said that it was like the best movie ever, and so I watched it, and oh my god, I don't even know how to talk about this movie. It affected me in such a deep, it affected me in such a deep and profound way that I felt like I didn't, for a sec, I didn't know how to human at the end of the
my
movie.
God.
You know how to human.
Well, okay, I guess. Okay, every person has their own special connection to a movie, but this one just it stuck so hard with me. It hit me so hard in the gut. It sort of just like it was like a really lovely film at first, like
Okay,
watching it,
Abdiel,
and then it
I
just
love you. Get to
slowly
the point.
it slowly crept into my heart. Okay, I'm yeah. Okay, so the movie is called The Tale of the Princess Kaguya. And it came out in 2013, I believe. I think, yeah, it came out in 2013. It has a very different kind of art style compared to all other Ghibli films, but I think it fits in very well for the story. It tells pretty much like Japan's oldest fairy tale, which is the tale of the bamboo cutter.
You see a lot of this when you're watching a lot of anime, which I have no idea what you're talking about. When you do a lot of this, they're like, oh, they bring up the tale of the Princess Kaguya, and they mention it quite a lot in a bunch of different animes. And mostly romance animes, but I don't quite understand why.
I love his work.
Kaguya-sama, love his work. Yes.
That's another
Exactly.
really good one, but we can't talk
Anime,
about that because
shit,
it's
okay.
No, but I would highly recommend anyone and everyone to watch that film. But like when watching it, don't just like watch it on your phone when you have free time. Like actually sit down and watch the whole thing.
Shit.
You need that high definition because it is a super immersive film. The way that is animated, I felt like I was breathing the same air that the characters were breathing. It was really something else when I watched it. Man. But yeah, no, it's actually one of my favorite films of all time, The Tale of the Princess Kaguya.
It's so much fun.
It's something special for me, and I would highly recommend everyone to watch it.
And Steven?
Yes.
Do you have a underrated piece of media that you believe should be shared with the world?
Does this include anime?
No, it does not include anime unless it's
Then
Studio
no.
Ghibli.
It's not Studio Ghibli, but also it's not like the traditional anime sort of thing.
Is it like? Is it
It's
an
a
anime movie?
walrus.
A
It's
walrus?
a walrus that
Oh my
drives a
God.
taxi.
God damn you. Okay, I get it.
Fucking
Save it for
watch it.
anime. Save it for the anime
Well, then you
episode.
don't get shit because it's the greatest thing ever, and everyone should watch it. On Taxi, watch
Shut
it
your
now. Fuck
mouth.
you. On Taxi, watch it now. Pirate it. I don't care.
Okay, whatever. Do
another
what you
thing.
want.
Another thing I want to mention, given again back to like the Tale of the Princess Kaguya, that is the only movie that has ever made me cry in my life. Like an actual tear came out of my eye because I
thought
barely
we
cry at
watched
anything.
fucking. You know what? That's anime. Fuck it. Okay, we're not gonna. Gotta stop.
But so now my question is, what are the well? Jordan cries at everything, but like,
Fuck you, man.
What are some of the movies that
Cries
have
at
made
certain
you just
private
pour
members.
your eyes out?
A Dog's
Cars
Purpose.
2.
A Dog's. I remember that movie.
A Dog's
Watched it
Purpose and
so
A
long
Dog's
ago.
Life both made me want to die from tear
Really?
exhaustion.
That one? Those? I mean, okay, we all have our.
Abdiel, you make fun of every single thing. Abdiel, okay, I get it. It's not that hard to make me cry. I get that. It's been like that since I was a child. But I'm saying that is A Dog's Purpose was probably the movie that made me cry in like the most amount of time. Like a good movie will make me cry maybe once in like a certain scene. But A Dog's Purpose made me cry at least 3 or 4 or 5 times during the entire movie.
Didn't you like cry during like the whole third of like the Violet Evergarden movie?
That's anime. Shut up, man.
Well, it's still a movie.
I'm not emotional. You guys are just assholes.
You're emotional. I almost shed a tear during that, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, Jordan.
This is
yeah, that's
unfair.
very
You guys are
emotional
bullying
movie.
me for like crying at almost everything. You're like,
It's
I
okay
barely
to be
shed a tear.
I mean, it's okay.
Because I
cried
believe
too.
emotion is for the weak. That's not fair.
No, that's not what I'm
Emotion is
saying.
not for the weak. It's just for the pathetic.
No. It's fair to cry. Some people cry more than others. It's okay.
You cannot tell me it is okay to cry and then continue to make fun of me for it.
I mean, well, okay.
Marley and Me made me cry. I don't know if that's a good movie or
Yo,
not.
I haven't seen that movie.
It's the
but
animal movies, I tell
Everyone's
ya.
told me.
It's the animal ones
Honestly,
where the
everyone
animals.
cares about the animals. No one cares about the humans, but you
Yeah,
don't care
just
about
like-
the animals.
Gun down 1,000 humans in a movie, I won't give a shit. You fucking kill one dog.
You kill the dog?
Balling.
You kill the dog.
I'm balling.
You lose it.
Oh, that's reminding me of fucking Old Yeller. Just fucking.
No.
I don't remember.
A dog dies, Abdiel.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well,
Really
thank you
sad.
guys for being a part of this episode. I'm so glad we got to share this special moment between each other.
I'm very happy you got to share this special moment as well.
You know, when we first started the episode, I was thinking to myself, this probably will just be another boring episode where no one really care. And that may still be the case. That people will listen to this and think, wow, they just talked about movies for over an hour, but didn't really, talk a lot more or get in depth about it, which is fair.
Okay,
I mean-
getting personal, boring.
No one wants to know us. They just want to know our opinions at things.
They just want to know if they should hate us or not.
That honestly, that's how like some interactions start. That's your first judgment. It's like, should I hate this person or not?
They like Trump.
I
Okay, yes.
guess.
Getting political. They don't like Marley and Me. They're fucking degenerates.
Okay, cool, dope. Fucking great.
Great.
Yay.
Well, I appreciate you guys. I guess being a part of the episode. Sticking to the plan and being with me here. That's another tirade. But anyways, Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of Just a Joke podcast. We have our Instagram somewhere nearby, JustJokers69. We also have a Reddit that's still in production, so be ready to listen
You
to
guys
that
are
one.
still working on the Reddit.
I don't know if we're still working on it right now. I'm not in the loop on this shit.
Nick wanted me to make a Reddit, and then I was like, "No, I don't know Reddit."
Okay,
And
and
he
then
was
he
like-
made it, and then he's kind of managing it. Okay, with
I like
that out of the way, it's super fun listening to this, and then next time around, so next episode, I believe Brandon is hosting, but since he's not here, we won't be able to discuss what he will be doing next. With that,
actually hosting next.
he is next. Yeah, that is how our rotation goes. And then after him, Tyler, and then we'll do it all over again. So,
What if-
Wait, what about Steven? Oh, yeah, he hosted
Steven
the
already
aliens
went.
one. Right.
Oh, yeah, I was only the worst one. I need to start planning. Jesus. Get ready for my next terrible episode in 4 weeks. I don't know when it's happening.
In 4
Who
weeks.
fucking cares? Yeah, in a month when Steven's hosting again. Okay, thank you all for listening, and just remember, guys,
It's
just
just
a
a joke.
We're never
You can
gonna
never
get
get
that.
it
We're never
right.
gonna get.